Hello, this is Thomas K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos, and today I am at Pilot Mountain State Park, and I just got here. My car's parked here. They are parked full today. They had a race today. It's a pretty day, and so there are a lot of cars. So many cars. I had to wait. Everybody's having to wait until a car leaves in order to come into the parking lot. They've got a ranger at the front that's kind of helping with that. So today the goal is I plan to do a really quick activation and just a park activation. It's actually a summit. This is a SOTA summit, but you need to be a rock climber to get up to the top of this one. And I'm going to try to find a nice picnic area and just set up at a picnic table, and I'll be using my AX1 antenna probably on the 17 meter band, and see how that works. Let's go ahead and hike down here. So I've only been here once before, and it was a very pleasant activation. I didn't, this needs to be a fairly quick one. I'm hoping 17 meters is productive, but not just massive pile-ups. There's a contest this weekend. It's one of the DX sort of CW contests. So the bands will be very busy. And on the regular bands, on the non-WARC band. So I'm going to the WARC band, which is 17 meters, because that's one of the ones that the AX1 will do. I just want to get my activation in, that's all. Yeah, I think I'm going to go into this picnic shelter over here. I don't see anybody over there. And I may do that because I've been out in the sun a lot today. It's actually a really sunny day. It's beautiful. It's probably about 48 degrees or something. Pretty pleasant. Just chilly enough with the breeze and everything that you want to wear a jacket, but I just went on a really long hike. Well, not that long actually. It's maybe about 4.5 miles, and I was in short sleeves the whole time because I was sweating. Okay, yeah, this will do fine. Let's go over here and set up maybe at this table. Let's see. I have to use my little handheld tripod. This is the pack I took with me on the SOTA activation. I have to use my handheld tripod today because I broke my other tripod. So I'm hoping that this will do the trick. I also can't forget that I need to watch the battery on this and actually hook up the battery to this camera, because I used this for a SOTA activation earlier today, and it will run out of power. These batteries and the camera last maybe a little over an hour. Here's my my KX2, my AX1, my trusty combo. Got my logbook. Let's get this set up and get going. It feels nice up here. Okay, let's see. Actually, let's undo that again. Go ahead and put the counterpoise on. I need the shortest one for 17 meters. So yeah, so the idea, in case I didn't quite explain this well, but if you're new to amateur radio stuff and you're kind of new to all this, there are these bands called the WARC bands, and I can't remember now the what the acronym stands for, but basically these are designated bands that contesters do not use, and no contests, nothing like that can use these WARC bands. So when you have a contest weekend, if you're trying to do another non-contest activity, this is kind of a bit of a refuge. Now, with Parks on the Air and Summits on the Air and all those things, you actually can work anyone. Like, it doesn't really matter who. So you could just sit out there during a contest weekend and run it as if you're doing a contest and make all your contacts. But a lot of us just like to do, you know, when we open up a park and we go to a park, we really want to open it up to park activators, or to park hunters, sorry, or to summit hunters, or chasers. That's kind of what we like to do. That's what I like to do, at least. And so I like to go ahead and jump over to a Wark band or something like that to do that. It's just a little quieter there and nicer. Let me throw that down, and I'll probably spread that a little bit better. I'm going to move this over here. The light's kind of crazy, but I just want you to be able to see the logbook. I don't worry too much about the radio itself. Okay, let's stretch out this counterpoise. Which way is north and south? I'll just stretch it out this way. There we go. That should do the trick. Okay. Hook up the AX1. Make sure it is in 17 meter, the 17 meter position. Okay. You know what? Let me show you really quickly. I think I've got time to do this. I have to thank Jonathan for AHW. I'm blinking out a little bit here. Who, if you find that your bipod is not tight enough, part of the deal in here is, and you can see this, that this nut has loosened on the inside. And what you can do, let me get my multi-tool out. Well, I don't need to do that. I'm so used to pulling out the blade on this. What I'll do is grab it with this, hold it, and then go on this side with my screwdriver and just tighten it up. There we go, that should hold nicely. And then this goes between the two bipod legs, this goes through, and this cap goes on top. And this kind of fixes the problem that, whoops, is it this way? Maybe I've done it incorrectly, let's find out. Whoops. Just got to get it back together. Yeah, I think I did this backwards. Let's put the cap on the other way and see how that works. There we go. Just tighten it down nicely. Now it's not going to go anywhere. That's how to fix it. I had not taken the bipod apart, and I assumed that this was just tied into this somehow, and that's the reason why it wasn't working. And Joshua figured it out. He said, no, I took it apart. Here's what's happening inside. And then I was like, okay, I get it. That makes sense. And that's how you can fix it. Let me just get this back on now. There we go. So we even did a field repair on the, the antenna. Now, here we go. Grab the whip, put the whip on. Sorry, I'm making a lot of noise here. It'd be kind of fun if I was able to work some DX today. I don't know if that's possible or not. Conditions are wacky. We've been hit with CMEs, and solar conditions in general are pretty good, but they're super unstable. They're just super unstable. Okay, let's go back over here. Pull out the logbook. Let's turn this on. I am sorry about the sun, the way the sun is here, but there's not a lot I can do about that. I need to readjust this. This is not actually holding it properly. There we go. Okay, so we're on. Let's move the band up. Let's see if we can get a match. 1 to 1. That's a good sign. Okay. And I think I will set up my hammers application this time. I didn't do it at my last activation because it was trail side. It was a soda activation, and they're just it's kind of hard to manage the phone, the phone and everything. Let's see here. Take a few photos while I'm thinking about it. Okay, hammers. Hammers, hammers, hammers. This is a good reminder to tell you that I always put the I was in the timeline below. If you hover over it, you'll see the chapters in this video, so you can skip through it because I don't edit my videos. That's one way that you can deal with how long these videos are. K2750. K2750-202302. What is today's date? It's the, did I put it on here? Yeah, the 18th. 230218. And then we want this to be Parks on the Air. Save. I'll put in KX2 as a call sign just to hold the place while I put in everything. Okay, 17 meters. What I'd like is for it to be kind of quiet today, but enough that I can work some cool stations. I don't know if a pileup would be fine, to be honest, but kind of hoping it's not even a pileup. Yep, there we go. And I'll save this one, and by saving it, as I've mentioned before, that kind of locks all the settings in so that if I leave this screen and go back, it should be fine. So let's see here. Man, I wonder if I turn around, if that would make it a little easier on you. Or move over. Let me move over. The sun is just so bright. Let's move over here. Here we go. We'll try this. Move the whole station. I want you to be able to read the logs. That's my main thing. If you can read the logs, I'm happy. The sun's going to move on me as I'm operating here, of course, but 17 meters, CW. And let's get my phone to log and start calling CQ. I haven't heard anybody on here. Ooh, I need to get a key out. I'm not going to use my KXPD2 paddles this time. I think I'll use my SP4s. I mainly use those, as people are asking me about the KXPD2 paddles, and I like those, but I primarily only use them when I'm operating on the trail or something where I've got a knee board and all that. Okay, so 19 is probably going to be 20 by the time this starts going, so... Okay, let's move the power back down to 5 watts. We're on 9, and that's because at the very end of my activation, the last one, I turned it up to try to work somebody that I thought was having a hard time hearing me. Hit the ATU one more time. Now's where we hope some magic happens. And I'll try to log on the side here. With any luck, the POTA website will spot me. I have no idea what 17's like. 17 may be dead today. I wasn't able to go there. The last activation I did 30 meters. Give you like a bird's eye view here. Oh, I need to grab my battery bank. Someone will come back to me as I'm trying to plug in the battery. This is just to keep the camera going in case this takes a while. Joe. He always has a strong signal. .599 is hardly sufficient. This is a really strong signal. Okay. We'll just keep going here a little bit. This is actually kind of a nice change of pace. Lately, it seems like every activation's been a pileup, especially on weekends. It's nice to have just a little quieter, a little slower pace. I say that now. If I'm struggling to get my 10, I'll move to another band. I could easily do 40 meters or 20 meters or something and just find a clear spot. It is busy, but it's not that busy. I may try this on 15 meters, actually. It's kind of funny that Oklahoma and Maine are the first two. I did hear a quiet station in there, so maybe someone will be there. I suspect the band's just flaky right now. I do hear somebody in there. Yeah, 17 meters is pretty darn quiet today. think I heard somebody else there. VO1 OK. Nice call. From Corner Book. I just can't quite get him. I just can't quite get him. We'll wait and see if they come back. Holy cow, that was loud. There we go. He's trying his best to work me. Okay, let's just try this again. Let's just try to call CQ. I don't know. Is there somebody else on this frequency? Let me look and see. I don't think so. Let me just make sure there's no one else on frequency here in the POTA system that I can't hear, but I haven't heard anybody else. Boy. I'm hearing people are just so faint. He always has such a strong signal. I'm actually enjoying this pace. This is the pace. This is the pace it used to be when Parks on the Air was starting out, well, in its infancy, even just 2.5 years ago or so. You would go out and you'd try to make your 10, and it wasn't always easy to do. Okay. Two 229. And I'm going to put a call in here. Did I put in K9IS? No, UUM, K9IS. Then N7BSP. Boy, they're so faint. Oh, 21 words a minute. Is it really that fast? Just... Okay, I'm going to have to just go ahead and call CQ again. This is one of those days I probably should have spent the time to put a wire antenna up to do 17 meters because the band's rough. Okay, wait. Okay. They're just barely there. So I'm sending a CQ to let them know, hey, I just can't hear you. Because I don't even know if they're hearing my question marks. Oh, man. Okay. Just cannot hear them. Maybe later they'll come up a little bit. This is less about the antenna. This antenna has been incredible on 17 meters before. This is just not a good 17 meter day today. It's funny because the signals that come in are coming in super strong, and then the others are super weak, and there's not a lot in between. Let me fix my logs here while I'm waiting. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 3 more for valid activation. We may quit after that, actually. I could move to another band. I'm sure if I move to 20, it's probably not going to be a big deal. Okay, let's... Okay, Maritime Mobile. Okay, let's get him in there. It's nice to work a Maritime Mobile station. Okay, so W2HW. W2HW stroke MM. It's like a slower fishing day. Okay, just for kicks, maybe I will move to try to tune up on 15 meters. I'll give it just a little bit longer here. Okay, let's try this. We're going to try 15 meters. Oh gosh, how busy it is with. This is the problem. Okay. Okay. That band is so chock full. I'm hearing signals there too. This is the problem. I can't do 30 on this. You hear that thumping? That's close in, but the KX2 handles it pretty well. Someone's calling QRL. .8 to 1. Let's see if we can get a even better match than that. It must just barely be able to do 15 meters. I don't know that I've ever done 15 meters on this antenna. Oh, whoa. Here we go. So let's move it to 15 meters. I'll even turn down the speed just so people can distinguish it from a contest station. But you know what? I'm a little signal with a bunch of big signals around me, so it may be hard for people to hear me. I'm actually enjoying this pace of this though. Like today earlier, the whole activation was on 30 meters because I had such a huge pileup. I couldn't move off of 30 meters in that time. I was kind of wanting to go a little further up the band. And it's nice sometimes not to have a pileup. I like pileups, but it's nice sometimes to just have the luxury of not having one. Just to have something a little more casual. But you can hear those stations. See now if I had the Xiegu X5105 with me today, I'd be out of luck. There's no way it would be able to handle all of these close-in signals, all of the density here. And I'm not even sure. I got to look and see if I'll even get spotted. Let's look and see what the spots say. See if the spots will find me. Most people are not on the regular bands. Yeah, the spots found me. 9 dB, which is really good actually for a QRP signal. This is one of those times where I will use a more narrow filter. Come on, I'm hopeful. Surely I can work somebody. See, a lot of people are going to have a hard time hearing me though. That's the only issue with working in these contest conditions when I've got like a small signal. This receiver does a pretty good job blocking out all those signals next to it though. Someone could just start calling CQ on top of me that doesn't hear me, like one of the big blowtorch stations. I've never done 15 meters on this. I may move back down to 17 a little bit if I don't get any action here. 17 does feel a lot less crowded. I'm going to get my 10 one way or another. I could always throw up an antenna real quick, actually. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I kind of like doing this with the AX1 when I can. This is about the worst case scenario for using the AX1 though in a contest situation. That's but why not try, right? Maybe someone will pick up my little signal in between the big ones. I'm still just operating 5 watts too. Okay, we'll try like 3 more calls and then I'll move back down to 17 meters for a bit. I only need 2 more. And due to my schedule today, I'll probably only do 10 because I've got about an hour, 45-minute drive ahead of me. And I'm trying to get there before 5:30, and I don't know that how successful I'm going to be with that. See, on the other end, it requires someone also with a really good receiver with decent filtering to hear me. So let's go back down to let's go back down here to 17 meters and move off frequency a little bit. Let's go to different. Ooh, big signal. One to one. Okay, nothing, so we'll go back 17 meters, CW. And we'll have it respot me on 17 meters. I leave this in here in my logs. Can you even see this with the sun? The sun's moved again. I leave it in here in my logs that I had 15 meters and I went back to 17 meters because later I can remember, oh, that's what happened. I've given it a little time though, so when it respots me, maybe there are people that will be able to hear me on 17 meters now. I hope you can see this as I'm working on it. Not that there's that many stations this time, but it used to be in the early days of POTA. This is what it was like. I remember many times it took me over an hour to get my 10 contacts. And there were just way less activators then. And on bad days, and the conditions were really, really poor there in those days, worse than now. And it was really just a struggle some days to get your contacts in and kind of make it work. But it was fun too, because it's like I said, it's like a... What was that? Okay. Let's get him in. KI5DY. Okay, we're going to fish for one more. 2031. You know what? I'm actually getting a little bit of QRM here that I'm hearing too. Not much. Let's see if I'm being respotted, but my internet connection's super weak right now. Yeah, even the yeah, it's struggling. I'm looking to see who else is out there right now. A lot of the 20-meter activators, it did just load up a little bit. Some of the 20-meter activators have moved way up the band to get away from the contest. And almost everybody on here right now is FT8. Lots of FT8 stations. I may try to... Gosh, yeah, man, it is... Everybody's trying to avoid the contest. I may try... I was looking to see if I can find that 20-meter station again. That would be a tough one. (21.088.5). 21 meters, that's not going to be good. They're in Kentucky. Not ideal. I'm having a hard time finding somebody. 14.115. I may... They're in Colorado. Oh, that's Jonathan. Okay, let's see. I'm getting a 5. 5. Okay, let's see if I can work Jonathan. That would be kind of fun to do. Okay, he's way up the band. Let me get this logged. Okay, come on, hammers. Here we go. My phone is acting up. Okay, so in for RKK. RKK. Save him. I've got 10 now. So let's go to the 20-meter band. And he's way up here. 114, I think it was. And I got to change this to... Was it 114? Oh, I've got to find him now. It refreshed on me. It refreshed on me. 1409. Okay, I'm going to try to hunt a few people. I don't know how successful I'll be here, but we'll try this. Okay, where'd you go, Jonathan? If I could rewind, I'd know exactly where you are here. Okay, there you are. 14. Okay, you've moved. 14120. And move off frequency slightly. Get a match real quick. Ooh, he's really weak. I'm gonna try it, Jonathan. Yeah. Yay! Oh, come on. That was fun. That was fun to get you in there. And I'm going to have to call this quits. I'd like to hunt more people, but I'm just out of time now. So I've got to. So I got 11. Was it 11? Let's check my logs here. Make sure I've got to get Jonathan in here anyway. So KM4 for CFT. And I got him in here. There we go. So yeah, I had 11 contacts. I'm happy with that. You know what? And looking at so 17 meters, it sounds to me like 20 meters is a lot better. I was actually working him. I don't know if you could see that. You probably couldn't see this, but I had an SWR of 3-to-1 when I was working him. So it was a high SWR. What I really needed to do is move like 1 kilohertz away, retune, and then come back to him again. And I think that he would have been able to hear me a lot easier, but because I wasn't getting all that energy into the antenna. But I just didn't do that because I didn't want to miss something he was saying, because I was in the middle of the conversation, so I didn't do that. So Jonathan, if you're watching this now, I'm hoping he's making a video of this too. He has some great videos. You need to look him up on YouTube. Just look for his call sign KM4CFT. And he actually he's kind of showing his path to learning CW, and most of his videos, if not all of them, actually have like a, closed captioning with all of the call signs in it. I would love to do that with mine. And people have asked me, but unfortunately I just don't have time to do that. I've actually had people tell me too that they didn't want me to do it because they wanted to learn CW the old fashioned way without being able to see that and just check my logs later to see what their work was like. But at the same time, it's a nice option to have. And if I had the time, I'd probably do it so people could turn it on or off. So check out Jonathan's channel though. And I need to go here. And I really appreciate you coming out today. It's a beautiful day here at Pilot Mountain. People are having picnics and stuff. I need to head out. I've got a long drive ahead of me. And thank you for joining me. And treat each other with kindness. And until next time, 7 threes.